This is another recording, and I'm gonna start my timer. Today it's not gonna be much, but still I'm exercising in imperfection. Hello there. So first of all, I want to go over the things that I want to focus on during this recording, and I want to focus on the view state of being, vulnerability, so letting myself be in my truth, and also being touched by my truth and by sensations in my body, by my emotions, by my thoughts, and so being closer to what is for me, and impartiality, not expecting to the reality to be in a certain way, and just being with what is, and well, at least playing with how is it to be less partial, less expecting things to go a certain way, in a certain way, and more open to what happens. Empathy. This is an interesting one. Today I noticed that I think the difference between being empathetic with myself, with what I'm experiencing, and being not empathetic, and empathy, at least the definition that Joe Hudson gives, and from the Connection course, from the Mu mindset, it's being with someone's emotions, not in, so with someone, not in someone. And today while I was reading a book on spring, boat and spring, I noticed the difference when I'm attached, say, to the story, to my state, when I'm one with it, and when I see it, but I'm not fully in it. I am also, there's a little bit of space between me and it, and we're hanging out together, but I'm seeing it, and there's the space. And so I think that I'm getting closer to the tasting what actually empathy it feels like and is, how it's experienced, not like verbally, but non-verbally. And wonder, awe, magnificence about what is, and being open to it. So that's view. Then also I want to focus, that's the background stuff, and I want to focus on feeling my breath and feeling what happens in my body, and staying more with it, being more with it, letting it touch me, so being vulnerable with it, and letting myself being touched by it. And the third one is enjoyment. So these are the main focus of the main areas of focus, and also I want to notice that I'm being recorded, and that I'm talking to the camera. It's not the same as I'm talking out loud when I'm alone, and with myself. So it's different, and I want to notice how different it is. So without maybe, and with my expectations, what I expect it to be, how it's different from my expectations. That. And on the good news is that I am actually recording, well, the A roll, so myself, I'm recording from my camera as usual, Sony ZV-10, and the screen recording part I'm doing from my MacBook. I finally got my MacBook back, I went to the service, they fixed it, and it seems that it works pretty well. I paid 1,400 zloty, so it's somewhere around $400, I think. Let's see how much it is. So I'm using Google's currency converter to USD. $390 US dollars. So it bites the price, but still the laptop works. And originally I bought it for around 2,700 USD, so United States dollars. So still, I'm glad that they were able to fix it, and now I can use it. I like it so much better than the Windows laptop that I have. Partially because of the different keyboard layout and how everything works. Partially because of how I got used to Apple's ecosystem. Anyway, that's great. I'm gently excited and cautiously excited about it. I'm like, well, I'm getting used to using my MacBook because it had been for over 2 weeks. And today I'm short on time, and because I'm short on time, I am going to drink my smoothie during this recording, and because it was either I'm gonna drink my smoothie off the recording, if you could say that, and just shorten the recording time a lot, and I don't want to do that. And also it is an interesting experience of not being perfect, not being doing the right things on camera anyways, and this is actually the space where I can do that. It's not my main channel, it's not the video that I'm going to position as some sort of a tutorial or something else or something useful. It's just me chatting here, exploring and all that. So I have this jar of smoothie that I made just a couple minutes ago. So I'm gonna drink it, and it says that it's over 1 liter volume here. It smells okay. It smells like apples and carrots stuff, but there's many ingredients there. There's raspberry, I guess, melon, carrot, apple, banana, spinach. I don't know, spinach. How do you say this in English? Well, there's the greens, a little bit of lemon, and I forgot to add a little bit of salt. Still, this is the first time I drink this combination, especially with melon, so I hope that it's gonna be tasty. Let's see. Okay, I can definitely taste or notice very apple carroty taste, but still there is a very tender melon flavor. It's weird because I put almost half a melon, half of a melon here. I like this. It's tasty. It's not bright though. I'm curious if I added a little bit of salt, how different the taste would be. Because ChatGPT told me that it should be noticeably brighter. The taste should be noticeably brighter. And I've heard that salt is a taste enhancer, so it makes taste. It amplifies the taste of your food. So far, I like how smoothie. I like to make smoothies, and it's pretty easy to do. And what I noticed is that I want to. First of all, they're pretty. How do you say, like, fulfilling? I don't want to eat for a long time after I have a smoothie on breakfast, but I put there peanut butter, some nuts, walnuts, or seeds, cottage cheese, and yogurt. They are pretty. And milk, so they contain enough fat and protein to keep me going for a long time. So, for example, I drank, ate smoothie around 12 p.m. and now it's 6 p.m. So 6 hours after I did it, I still don't want to eat. But my hunger in general became very faded. Like I don't feel much hunger. I just notice it or think that, okay, it's time to eat. Approximately this time I eat, but it is time for me right now to notice that I'm being recorded, that that breath of mine, to notice my body. And do that kind of work of noticing it. Very tasty. Okay. I'm avoiding noticing that and feeling what is going on in my body, and noticing my breath, and noticing how my voice creates vibrations in my throat and chest. I heard from Joe Hudson that if I would only pay attention to my breath and my body, what happens with my breath and my body, to my breath and my body, when I am having conversations with people, when I'm around people, that would be enough to get all the healing, all the growth, everything. But it is because it is a super powerful thing, and it is really hard to feel what happens during that. Because of that, people, it's almost impossible. I think these were not his words, but I think that it was somewhere along these lines. And I don't need to make this perfect. I can do I can do the amount of presence and paying attention to my body that I am capable of. So it's not required to do it, ideally, to start. And this is what today's video is about. I realized that, well, my plan was to record a 30-minute video. But then I did a workout, and I had a little accident in my kitchen where I did not put a rubber thing inside the jar, the blender jar, and so I loaded all the fruits and berries and everything in it, and then when I filled in the water, when I started pouring the water inside the jar, it just went straight to the jar, and from it, so it just like sank like from the jar, from the bottom of it, and just, I don't know how to describe this. It's weird. It went straight through the jar and went from the other side, which like no water left, and my table was the water was all over the table, so I had to clean it a little bit and then figure out what's wrong. And then I realized that the rubber little thing is missing. That the rubber little thingy that prevents that seals the jar and prevents the water from spilling, it is missing. So I put it, and it worked, but my precious time was spent on fixing it. I wanted to say wasted, but probably not wasted. Just fixing that. And so I had a choice. I had less time than I could have. That I planned for recording this video. And usually this serves me a good reason to not do what I planned to. Like, why do I do it? That comes from my father. Why do I do this? Why do I do a portion of it? If I cannot do the whole thing, why do I start it? That's basically the... No. If I state the belief properly, that would sound something like, if you can't do it properly, don't even start. And so, for me, doing it properly was recording a 30-minute piece or video. And if I have less time, and if I need to drink this during this video, during the recording, then it's not a proper recording. And so I would usually not do this, but part of me, and I'm lucky, and I want to practice gratitude here, I have another part of me that's not letting this belief to take 100% control of me. And that's saying like, yeah, well, do a portion of it. Like, recording a 15-minute video is still better than zero. You missed 100%. Is still better than zero. I'll get some practice. And this is what I'm doing. And that is new. Valuing smaller pieces of what's expected, smaller pieces of the achievements that I did. So if I've planned like 4 hours of studying today and I did only 2, usually internally, I see this as a failure. I see this as I am not reaching the expectations. Like, these 2 hours, the 2 other hours are missing, and so it's like my glass is half empty, not half full. And internally, this makes this makes not valuable the first 2 hours that I did. Even though I had made some progress, or I've made some progress, and those are eventually, like, actually they added something internally. I does not feel that. And I know where this comes from, because I remember when I was a kid, and I would clean the apartment, and then my father would come and check like how I cleaned, and then if he found like somewhere in the middle, in the corner, some little dust or like whatever, then like the message was basically, yeah, I did a shitty job. It's not okay to do 80% of it. I need to do 100% of it. It's either 100% or nothing, and that is a part of this, I think. Okay, so I drank almost all the smoothie, but it's 6:15, and I want to go, and I don't want to be in a rush. So this is it for today. I did it. I recorded a portion of it, and that's my progress for today. Weird. Okay, I'm back, and with determination in mind to actually complete these the time that I planned for today for recording these videos. Let's say 15 minutes. How about, was it 15? Let's say 15. Let's even more do this. So I am after a therapy group, and I almost wasted. I feel that it was great. I really enjoyed today's group, and I am both tired, satisfied, and anxious a little bit, and excited a little bit, and excited with the tingling in my chest and all that stuff. And also I have some residual emotions that I haven't processed yet, so I have this tension in my forehead and temples and inside my eyes. This is what I feel right now, or this is what's going on in my body right now. And also I feel content. I'm content right now. It was so tasty. I really like this group. The things that are going there, that are happening there, the processes, they are, I like them a lot. They resonate a lot with me, and I'm able to be there quite a lot, and have enough attention. So, and like the people there. So, so far, so good. So far, it is really good. That's my experience. And what I want to do right now, first of all, I want to focus, or I want to remind myself that the areas of focus, my areas of focus are the view mindset, my breath, and my body. Focus on that, feeling those two babies, and then enjoyment. I want to pay attention to what happens to my enjoyment. So these are the main areas, and but no, not the main one. The main one is paying attention to my breath and my body, and letting those ones feeling those. How is it? And right now I feel tension in my forehead. I feel this fog here, which tells me it's not the first time that I experienced this fog, and I wonder, like, usually I'm trying to get rid of it, and I view this fog as something bad. Like, oh yeah, I feel this fog, but now that I think about it, it seems that mm, it's this is how my body works. Like, this is how I work. Um, um, in certain situations, so when things like combined all together, this is how I react. So why, like, what makes it bad? What makes it undesirable? Well, or even not that. It's like saying like, okay, carbo CO2 is carbo oxygen. CO2 is bad. Yeah, it is. It's gonna, if I do not do anything with it, it will kill me. It easily can kill me. But is it bad? Is it like, it's part of the process actually of being alive? It's part of the process where I'm digesting and breathing in oxygen, and during interesting during and I'm using it to fuel my body to as an energy source, as a main energy source for my body. And during this process, CO2 is created. My body creates CO2. This is weird. Why can't I connect to what's going on here? What's wrong with my mouth? Can we connect? What if I disable Bluetooth and then enable Bluetooth? What happens? Because I wanna be able to use my mouse. Okay, great. It's just a little restart helped. So is CO2 bad? Kind of yes. Is like, can we get rid of it, or can we see it as just a bad thing that must be get rid of? I don't know. It's just part of the process, part of the exchange things. And if so the fog. So how do I want to relate to the fog, to this like, state? That's probably the question that I like, that resonates with me right now. And I will explore that, but I want to remind myself to pay attention to my breath, to pay attention to my body, to also notice that I am being recorded, and this wonderful camera just is shooting right now, is shooting me here, and just let that in. How can I let that in? Like, what internal moves, like, what's it like to, like, how is it to let it in? The fog disappears, well, pretty noticeably. Energy, I can notice energy in my body, in the upper part of my body, in my chest, in my belly. And what I also notice is that today I feel more fluent in English. I feel more fluent, yes. And I feel that words coming out of my mouth faster, they're smoother. It feels smoother. It feels like less resistance, less stops. It just goes and goes, word after word after word. And I do like that. It's I'm I wonder what influenced that. Uh, but I just noticed it, and I like it. I like this. I'm like, ooh, that's cool. Let's click this install now button so that the cursor restarts. So how do I want to relate to that fog? How do I want to, well, my regular response to it is, okay, this thing is bad. I'm having a bad state currently. I'm in a bad state. I want to get rid of it. That's, wow, what is this? Try visual editor. What is this? Visual editor for cursor. Holy, that I'd like to, let's pause this. This is actually, whoa, oh yeah, whoa, cool. Wow, cool. Our tools of trade are evolving. I really wonder what it's gonna be like in 50 years. Like what tools are gonna be there, like will be there, or like what will there be even this profession of developer in 50 years, and or will humanity exist in 50 years? But anyways, normally or usually my response to this state, and to many states actually, is to get rid of it. I view it as something bad, as I'm in this bad state, undesirable state, and let's find a way to get rid of it. It's not necessarily bad, like this point of view, but it feels like there is a lack of appreciation to those systems. I feel lack of appreciation to those systems that actually work properly in my body, or there is lack in this approach. There is lack of appreciation. Now I can start appreciate this system that actually works, that produces that state, that for some reason gives, like, I have this state in response to certain situation, in response to certain inner stimuli, or internal stimuli, or external stimuli, or maybe memories, or maybe some triggers. So those, like, the system works, it produces this state. And so I feel like I'd like to give it, or see, or notice my appreciation to that system that actually works and gives me some information. Maybe I shouldn't be recording this video. Maybe I should rest. Maybe there is some taking care of, some care that I need to take of myself. So what's missing is actually a clear communication between the state and me. I'm not in touch with what it tells me. I don't know, and maybe I could learn about these systems, not like read books, but bless me. Thank you. A little bit of crazy talk here. So maybe I can start learning about these systems, start building this connection, start building understanding of, oh, this is cool. Like, start building understanding about them, about, like, what makes you, like, what do you want to tell me, or what are you telling? Maybe you don't want to tell me, but you're just telling, like, it just here, whether I want it or I don't want it. It's just like, hey man, there is an information. I work. You can use it, you can suppress it, you can avoid it. Well, it is how it is. I'm just gonna work and do that despite, like, and it does not matter whether you use it or not use it. You can avoid it, suppress it on your own peril. in your own peril. So, and it can be, I think it'll be really nice to learn about my systems, learn about my capabilities, learn about myself in this manner. So that's that. That's my curiosity. And how often they say something like, and what does it want to tell me? What are you telling me? What's in there? And I feel like an answer is expected. Like I am expected to give. Oh, okay, interesting. I'm expected to give an answer. But what if I don't know the answer yet? Or what if I need some time? What if it takes some time? It's not just like I need some time. What if it takes some time for the process to exist, to be, to go, for the process to go, and how I'm just disrupting. Wow, this might be a cool thing. I'm just disrupting the process. What if I'm disrupting the process by, and what if wonder actually, the cool part of how wonder works is that when I'm asking the question from the place of wonder, like, oh, how does this look like, or what's it like to this or if this, and well, and do not expect the answer, and be in the place of not knowing, and this being in the place of not knowing, I feel like it's, or think, or maybe I think and I feel it starts the process, and it also maintains it. It helps it. So it facilitates the process. And if I'm gonna stay in wonder, then, or if I stay in wonder, then this process will continue, and eventually get to a certain point of, or like get to a certain point, or just evolve. So that's that. Okay, a lot of talking, no coding today. It was like this. And now, as a wrap up, I will pay attention to my breath. I will pay attention to my body. I will pay attention to the bottom of my feet, bottom part of my feet. I will also notice that I'm being recorded, and this lens, this camera looks pretty serious to me. Cool. And I'm going to thank myself for determination, for perseverance, I don't know, for actually doing this. And I will see you in the next recording. Probably no one's watching, but still.